Hello, and welcome to the Lumension Patch Tuesday security briefing for December 2014. This is Russ Ernst, Director of Product Management for Lumension. The 2014 Patch Tuesday program came to an end today with Microsoft's release of 7 security bulletins. 3 critical and 3 are rated important. Before jumping into this month's updates, however, it is interesting to do a quick year-over-year comparison. Assuming no out-of-band patches later this month, the total number of bulletins released by Microsoft in 2014 is 85, which is closest in quantity to 2012, when 83 patches were released in all. 2013 was a busier year for IT, with 106 needed Microsoft patches. The good news is 2014 closed out with just 30 critical rated patches, which is an improvement over both 2012, when 35 critical patches were issued, and 2013, when there were 42. Even with that good news, the overall number of all vulnerabilities in 2014 is at an all-time high of nearly 7,500, according to NIST. With the Microsoft vulnerability count this year only accounting for just over 6%, down from nearly 10% last year, attackers are continuing the trend to focus on third-party applications and platforms other than Windows. While there is no way to predict what 2015 will look like, of course, I can't help but wonder how the September cuts to the Trustworthy Computing Group at Microsoft will impact their ability to keep these statistics moving in the right direction. In December, IT efforts will largely focus on the desktop. There are 24 CVEs to be covered off in December, none under active attack at this point. First on your list of priorities should be the cumulative update for all versions of Internet Explorer in MS 14080. This includes fixes for 14 CVEs, of which one CVE is shared with another critical ranked bulletin, MS 14084, for a vulnerability in VBScript. Second or third on your priority list, depending on how you look at the above two mentioned, will likely be MS 14081 for vulnerabilities in Microsoft Word and Office web apps that could allow a remote code execution. This critical rated bulletin patches 2 CVEs in 2 widely used applications. Microsoft has also released MS 14075, a carryover from what they originally intended to release last month. This important class patch is for 4 CVEs in Exchange Server 2007, 2010, and 2013 that could allow an elevation of privilege. MS 14082 is an important class bulletin for 1 CVE in Office 2007, 2010, and 2013 that could result in remote code execution that is relatively easy for attackers to exploit. For this reason, the exploitability assigned by Microsoft is 1, making it a top priority. MS 14083 is for 2 CVEs in Excel that could allow remote code execution. MS 14085 is for a vulnerability in graphics component that could allow information disclosure. Lastly, we also have a re-release of MS 14066. This S-channel vulnerability proved to be a bit of a problem child for some IT departments last month when Microsoft revised the bulletin to include support for Windows Server 2008 R2 and Windows Server 2012. Microsoft has repackaged this S-channel patch with some non-security updates. MS 14065, also from November, has been re-gifted for this month too. If you installed these updates last month, you may need to reapply them due to the change in package. Another interesting observation in this month's release is the exclusion of the Microsoft-assigned deployment priority. Instead of providing both an exploitability index and recommended deployment priority, Microsoft will only list exploitability index going forward. This shows Microsoft is putting more emphasis on how easy it is for the bad guys to reverse engineer a given vulnerability, but it also puts more responsibility on the administrators to determine priority based on the impact to their environment. With the exclusion of deployment priorities, IT must now weigh attack likelihood with the complexities of their own network. This has been the Lumension Patch Tuesday security briefing for December 2014. Thanks for joining us and have a safe and happy holiday season.